got some lemonade with me today. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But hello, and welcome back to Core. Yeah, you know, we're playing the cute game with the cute lion. Yeah. I don't try to surprise him, but my only option is to open the door, giving him a second to realize what's happening so he won't fall on his back. He notices and jumps back a bit, surprised. Oh, okay. Good morning. Good morning, Rob. Sorry, kinda got distracted while waiting. Don't worry about it, but can I ask how long you've been here? Around 30 minutes. You've been standing here for that long? Maybe. Why didn't you knock or something? Someone would have let you in. Well, I didn't want to bother anyone. Besides, it's too soon to go knocking on other people's doors. True, but then why are you up? Maybe I was too excited to sleep, and to wait at home and... Oh. It's okay. I'm used to waking up this soon for work anyways. This is normal. Well, alright. But I still think you should have knocked on the door. Or texted, you know? Called? No, texted. Texted. Yeah. You know how it'll be. He just smiles as a reply, and I can't hold back anymore. Ah. Oh god. That's loud in my ear. Okay. And loud on the levels. Here, give me a minute. How... Oh, good. That doesn't interfere with the... I left my desktop audio really loud. Whoops. That's fine. That's fine. Just a little bit of spooks to wake me up. It's all good. I close the distance and hug him, and he does the same in a very natural way, as if he also wanted it too. That strange note I felt yesterday is nowhere to be seen, which makes me think I'm not the problem. Yeah, I'm not the problem, okay. If there even is one. Whatever, I'm thinking too much. Enjoy the hug, Robert. Funny, you still hug the same way you used to hug me when we were kids. You're just taller now. Is that supposed to be good? It's nostalgic, at the very least. We let the hug go, looking at each other with a smile, before I think of what to do now. I'd offer you to come in so we can talk, but we'll probably wake someone up. We could sit on the stairs, or take a long walk on the beach for a while. I'm not going anywhere dressed up like this, so I guess I'll take the stairs. I'm good with that. Oh, do you want something to drink, though? I could get you some juice, water, something, you know? A soda? No, don't worry. I already had breakfast before coming. Thanks, Rob. Damn, he's just too humble for me to fight it. I shrug, smiling, before sitting on the lowest step next to him. My feet make contact with the sand, and I bury part of them under it. It feels oddly cool, probably because it's still morning and the sand hasn't had a chance to absorb heat. I know I mentioned this already, but I'm really glad you guys are here again. You had no idea how boring Core could be without people to hang out with. What do you mean? I'm sure you made good friends while we were gone. Well, I made some acquaintances. Yeah, but it was never the same. As I mentioned to Mike yesterday, I knew some people who played volleyball at the beach, and I guess I talked with some regulars at the store from time to time. But what about hanging out? I mean, you didn't just work all the time until now, right? He didn't answer for a few seconds, but I didn't press him either. I think I might have asked the wrong question here. His tone is still the same as before, but I can tell he's thinking how to respond. Let's just say, you guys were probably unique. We're pretty unique. People here are nice, but they're quiet. Content with what they have. He turns to me, looking melancholic, but his expression changes after he locks eyes with me, showing me that smile I know him for. Sorry, I'm not trying to be dramatic here. I just can't compare anyone with you two. That's real sweet, Gus, but I'm worried you... Don't be. I have my ways to entertain myself outside of work. He doesn't really answer me. Instead, he keeps smiling as he looks at the feet at the sand at our feet. I'm getting there. Oh, kicking it playfully. What about you, Rob? Not gonna lie, I'm curious about a lot of things. Well, I'm here to answer, so shoot. Well, is living in Morlin different than Core? How did you handle the change when you moved there? And how did Ed? I'm also curious about how you met your friends. He's about to continue asking, and I guess it's on me for not setting a limit. So I raise my hand, laughing. I have a hard time handling many questions at once, it seems. Okay, well, those are really a lot of questions. Sorry, but you've been gone for a long time. Touché. I clear my throat, looking at the sea, as I get ready to dump some information on him. Living in Morelin is definitely more chaotic. You get used to it, but it's louder and busier than Core. Oh, excuse me. It's really easy to disconnect because you have several things to do all the time, but it's also hard to relax because of it. It took me some time to adapt when I moved there with my parents, but as with everything, you get used to it. Ed had an easier time since he moved to Morlin a year after I was there, so I helped with the process. I'm sure he can tell you his part if you ask him, though. Oh, here, I can raise the volume a bit. Okay, because now that looks a little quiet. Subtle, but that weird note was there again. Gus didn't stop smiling, still listening to me, still kicking the sand. I really don't want to overthink this. I should continue explaining. As for the others, I met Mike the same year I moved to Morlin. I was 11, new to the school, and man, classes in the city are different than here. You can't just start a conversation with another kid you don't know, like you could here. They'll look at you weird and even isolate you from the other kids. I spent a week alone at school. It was weird. But for some reason, there was this young lion that laid his eyes on me and decided to invite me to a basketball match with his friends. I thought, well, why not, right? And we ended up having a ton of fun. I didn't even catch his name. We were enjoying ourselves so much. But that's just Mike for you. We became good friends after that. He introduced me to Faust. They've been friends forever, like us. They were older than me, though, so we never shared the same class. But we always met before and after class, and even in the playground. Dang, and here I thought you knew him from college, like it was a recent friendship. No, for some reason, they've tolerated me for years. Of course, when Ed moved to the same school, I introduced him to him. Mike had a talent to draw people in, even if they're shy. Yeah, I think I caught that about him. Although, if you ask me, I think Ed liked Faust more than Mike. Too outgoing for him. And you know Ed doesn't handle attention too well, unless he wants it. Right. What about, Sorry, I'm not the best with names. I wonder how long it'll take you to remember Hector's name. That's the one. I'll try my best, I promise. It's alright, really. And funnily enough, Ed introduced Hector to us. He outdid you in the friendship chart. What? No. Ed went to an extracurricular class, art class, and Hector was there. My guess is they started to talk about superheroes or something, and they bonded naturally. After a few classes, he talked to me about him, and we decided to meet him. That's really cute, but I can't imagine Hector feeling comfortable with the whole group. You're right, but not entirely. We were enough of a weird bunch that he felt comfortable with us. It's true that he mostly spoke with Ed at the time, at first, but he opened up to Faust shortly after that. Mike and I followed soon after. That's impressive. I hope he feels less nervous around me soon. He will, I promise. Both Gus and I jump slightly when we hear the rat's voice behind us, turning around to look at him, standing in front of the door with his hands in his pockets. I didn't want to spy on you, but I couldn't sleep anymore. Does he have a mullet? Wait a minute. I went to get some breakfast from the kitchen, and I heard you guys chatting, so... Gus seems to read my mind or something, because we both shift to our side to let so Ed could sit between us. He takes no time to join us, and we settle down closer, giving some space to each other, but feeling like our old gang again. What have you guys been up to? I was telling Gus how we met the gang. I'm surprised. I didn't know what I expected, but it's so strange to see you two so grown up. Especially Ed. No offense. No offense, Rob, but you're just taller. Wow, and even then, I'm not tall at all. You're one to talk, Gus. We both changed our hair. I got 3 small earrings, and you got a tattoo. I never thought you'd be the tattoo kind of guy, yeah. Me either, but I guess I wanted to look different when I turned 18. Do you mean something in specific? See, the thing about being 18 is that you don't really think things through. They don't mean anything, right? No, well, the one on my arm is something. I found it on the internet, like the design, so I borrowed it. Wow, Core turned you into a criminal, huh? I'm the only one who enjoys it. Let me be. As for the ringtails, the tail rings, I just wanted something red and visible. For the record, I think they suit you. Thanks, Rob. Have you thought about a tattoo or something on your body? Nah, I'm too vanilla for that, sorry. I've tried to convince him into getting earrings like mine for years. He won't budge. It's just not my thing, sorry. Well, tattoos are more permanent than piercings. You could always try those if you feel like it. But don't be like me. Think things through before you start tattooing your body, or you won't be able to stop. Does that mean you're looking to get more? Possibly, but not anytime soon, no. I miss this feeling. Ed leaned back as he says that, and it makes me reflect on the situation. Spending time with Mike, Faust, and Hector is great, but being able to talk with Gus as if no time had happened is refreshing. Especially as our old group, like we used to do. We don't talk again for some time, just enjoying the time together and comfortable silence. I'm fine with this when it comes to Ed, but I admit I'm a bit worried about Gus. I don't want him to be bored. However, I take a peek at him from time to time, and he seems to be chilling just like us. I guess some things don't change. By the way... oh, excuse me. Here we go. I bet he's been wanting to ask him for a while. I'm surprised he didn't before. Do you have any plans for us today? You said you'd show us around, right? Well, I kind of have an idea, but also not really. Not really. Huh, Ed's not going to like that. What are you saying? I truly trust our friend here. But if you make it boring, I'll make an official complaint that you'll have to sign and everything. Well, I hope it'll work. But I'm not telling you till everyone's awake. Not even a little bit. Come on. I don't really like surprises that much. You'll have to indulge me for a little bit longer. Then, because I'm not telling you yet. A laugh escapes me as Mike shakes Gus's arm, the otter not changing his calm expression, his mind set on not spilling the beans. It's cute, but I get distracted by some voices inside the house. By the volume of it, I think it's Mike, which means that either everyone's awake by now, or he woke everyone up. I think everyone's awake, guys. Good. I've wanted some water for a while now. I asked you before if you wanted water. But now that you mention it, I was also really thirsty. Then let's go inside. The three of us stand up and come inside to be greeted by the smell of coffee. I don't like the smell of coffee. I guess Ed will appreciate it, though. Hector steps out from the kitchen as we close the door, not wearing pants, and holding a cup of what I assume is coffee. He smiles when he looks at us, then sees Gus, and he freezes up for a second. Hector, are you okay? I gotta admit, I might have forgotten that Mike was waiting for me back in the room, but I'm sure he understands, now that he's seen Gus is here. My voice gets the attention of Faust, who stands up off the couch, and Mike, who's in the kitchen, turns around, leaning toward the counter. There you are! See, Faust, I told you they were outside. Oh, talking outside. Sorry. I got here early and these two saw me, and we didn't want to wake you up yet. Yeah, sorry about that. It's alright. But write a note next time. I'm not paranoid, but I'd appreciate it. Faust walks over to Hector, ruffling his hair and making him react again, the sheep shaking his head. My hair's already a mess, Faust. Come on. If only I knew how that felt. Alright, I'm getting some water. I didn't drink anything in the end, and my throat hurts now. Same. I am also slightly hungry. I thought you said you had breakfast. Did you not have enough eggs? I don't know. How many eggs do you guys eat in a day? I don't know. I'm weird when it comes to eggs. I only have them with certain dishes. I don't know. Feel free to get a muffin. They have muffins. Terrible taste. Or whatever you feel like. I don't think anyone would mind. I'll get dressed while you guys do that. Right now that Gus is here, we should look more presentable. I mean, this is your house, so don't wear pants on my account. I'm the only one not wearing pants, though. That being said, I'd like to have enough time to show you the town. Got it. Let me finish making Faust coffee and I'll get dressed. Actually, do you want some coffee, Gus? Oh, okay. Conversations don't get much more interesting after this. Okay. I drink some water and head to the bathroom to get changed. I'm not really hungry, never was during mornings, but I might get a cookie later if I feel like it. Excuse me. Otherwise, Ed and Faust will nag me about having an empty stomach all morning. After splashing some water on my face and washing up properly, I start to get dressed. However, this time I bring my old headphones with me. They don't work anymore, but I don't have it in me to throw them away. I'm not sure I could. When I head back into the living room, everyone's dressed up again, sitting on the table where we were last night. There's an empty chair between Gus and Faust, so I take it. Did I miss any important conversations? Okay. Sure. I think this is probably a decent place to end the part, so I will see you around, everyone.